Hey, this is JP with Central Idaho Mountain Weather. It's July 16th, 2025, giving you an update on the Rush Big Bear fires. No recent pictures, but did get some updated maps from yesterday. I'm going to start out with the Rush fire. That's grown a little bit more than the Big Bear, not as far as maybe acreage, but kind of moving its way closer over to the Taylor Ranch Research Center. So you can see this is between the 14th and 15th yesterday as of 2 p.m. It is progressing up canyon, upriver, and is now actually kind of where the second island is here, burning in a stand of trees. You can just kind of see how close that is, right? So there's the satellite imagery showing hotspots all in this spot here. So I want to take a look at that on Google Earth just to kind of show you. I guess first I'm going to show you on the hotspots on this map. So you can see the airstrip here. This is where the main fire has been charted so far with that flyover yesterday. And satellite imagery is showing it's getting into these stands of trees here. This is where the Taylor Research Ranch is right here. You can see that looking at this Google Earth here. So the satellite imagery is showing it's in these stands of trees here, looking at it, which is Taylor Research Station is right over here. That fire line that I showed you yesterday, I believe, is right here. There's also some trail systems over this way, so this is going to be their primary line of defense. There are firefighters on scene, probably continuing to put in hand lines. I have not seen any of that information, but I'm just kind of gathering that as the fire is getting into these stands. That's going to have more access to fuels. There's still a lot of rocky terrain around here that could slow it down, but certainly not good getting into those stands. So that's kind of the current update on that fire. And up to Big Bear Creek fire. We had new growth mostly on the northwest side, but also southwest and south. It does look like it's starting to wind down over on this way. Yeah, and it's moving into these stands of trees here, which isn't good as well, and started work its way up this ridge line here. So it's progressing downstream on the main salmon. You can see the progression from the 14th to the 15th is about just shy of 500 acres. So it's kind of continuing to grow about 500 acres a day. And they're going to have a break in the weather today with humidities being not as high, winds not going to be as high. It is moving towards pretty close towards the Arctic Creek Lodge. They do have firefighters on scene, as well as pumps and sprinklers cooling down that local area to try to keep it really moist. So if fire does get in there, it's not ideal conditions to burn through that spot. So kind of keep an eye on this, as a lot of people, it's river season, a lot of people are on the main right now. If you are seeing any footage out there, please send it my way. That'd be cool to see. I'm going to talk about fire smoke. So we're going to have, you can see these fires are starting to move. Let me play this back. So every night the fires push smoke down south. That settles into the valleys with inversions. That cool air settles to the valley floor where it's thicker air. And then each day it picks up again, and we have northwest flow today, so it's going to be pushing that to the southeast of those fires. We are going to have some incoming smoke from the Cram fire that's in Oregon right now, burning, I think it's 60,000 acres, pretty big fire. And then as far as fire weather on Thursday is going to be our next kind of near critical critical weather, fire weather, where we're going to have increased winds in that zone, could be pushing 30 miles per hour. So that's going to kind of push the fire a little bit, and we're going to have relatively, I think the humidity levels are going to be on the fence with whether we're going to have a fire watch up there, but definitely increased winds. We are supposed to have some monsoonal air working its way in. I don't think it's going to get that far to the north. All right, that's all I got an update for today.